Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Is she somebody that can communicate with animals in spirit, in body? She can find out things that you're trying to learn about your pet or things that you've always wondered. And here's one of those things I truly believe. Animal jealousy. Do our pets get jealous? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? How do we deal with that? I'm talking about Ani, A-N-I, animalintuitive.com. Ani is back with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. And I'm happy to be here talking to you all. So let's do this.
Yeah, good to have you back. And what an interesting topic that we're going to delve into, because it's one of those things that you always wonder about, especially when changes take place in your household. How about the jealousy thing? We know that people get jealous. Do animals get jealous? Do they?
Yes, they do.
In the same way that humans do?
It's very similar to, yeah. Yes, the answer is yes.
Okay. What about ways that, well, even before that, how do you know if your pet, your animal is jealous?
Well, you know what? Actually, I want to go back to that. You said, is it the same exact way? Well, you know how people can get jealous if there's like romantic partners or things like that. That animals, that in that aspect, no. They get more jealous as in other words, how a child would get jealous.
Okay, so all right, what's the difference between the child and the adult and the jealousy?
Okay, so for instance, as an adult, there is another aspect, right? And you could get jealous because of a romance situation or unrequited love or things like that, right? You follow me? You know where I'm going with this?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so in other words, in if it's pure love, non-romantic, then an animal gets jealous in the same way. Like, it's very relatable to a child. How a child would get jealous. There's a new brother, there's a new sibling. Mommy and daddy got divorced, and now mommy has a new friend, and now I'm jealous because mommy has a new quote-unquote friend that mom's dating.
So that would be the child, or is that the pet?
It's the same.
Okay, all right. Well, that's why I'm double checking. All right, so we're seeing our person, aka whoever has the pet, take on a different role in a relationship, and the pet, well, just like a young child, will look at it and say, "There's somebody else in the picture here."
Correct. Now, I have had experiences, Steve, that with cat, dog, bird, pig, okay, animals, in other words, that are pets in the home. Actually, no, that's not true. I've actually had an experience too with a horse that's jealous of that their person's significant other. Okay.
Right, it could be right from the get-go, though.
Funny enough, I have never had an animal share with me. Let's say if they were together when the animal came into the picture, then no. Very similar to a child, right?
Pretty much so. I mean, it's somebody taking away the attention of somebody else, i.e. the child or the pet.
Correct. Or the animal, because, it could be a horse. So
how would they express that jealousy? How would you even know that your pet is jealous?
Okay. So, in other words, let me give you if they can express it in a way that would be more of a passive aggressive behavior, such as peeing on the bed, where the person is sleeping, peeing on their chair, things like that. Or they could actually, which I've seen before, even with a horse, push in between the two people.
Wow.
I've seen, and I'm not just saying with a horse, I'm saying horse, dog, pig. I've talked to, communicated, but communicated with certain cats that have actually sat on the head of the person they're jealous of. Like to get them, like if they're on the couch together, let's say the couple's on the couch together, they'll sit on the head of the person that is the significant other of their person, of their, if you want to call them owner, but that's not how animals refer to.
Okay, so that actually used to happen to me, but I thought my cat liked me. So maybe there was a reason. Maybe there was maybe he was trying to send a message to me and I wasn't picking up on that message.
That's possible, Steve. That's possible.
Well, that's before I knew you. I would have just reached out to you and say, all right, I need you to talk to Schmuggy, my cat, and tell me what's going on with us. Interesting. I never even thought about animals being jealous or even give it a lot of thought. You thought, every once in a while you wonder if you're favoring another pet, does the other pet get jealous? I guess that would happen too, right?
That can also happen. And it can also happen, obviously, again, in circumstances of how jealousy would happen with a child, right? So, new human baby, okay? Mom and dad have a new human baby. They could be jealous of that. Now, not all of them are, but they could be. New pet that has been brought into the house. Or in the case of a horse, they got now a second or a third horse that wasn't in the picture before, right? So it doesn't just have to be a pet. It can also be a companion animal.
Gotcha. Okay. So what do we do? Let's say we're having a thought that one of our pets is jealous, or maybe somebody's reached out to you at Ani, A-N-I, animalintuitive.com. You have identified that, yeah, you know what? Your dog is jealous. Where do we go from there?
Well, there's a couple of things that you can do. Now, I will say that there are all individuals, and some of them, funny enough, I've actually had cats that just want to be acknowledged. Literally, like, hey, you didn't ask me first. And I just wanted you to tell me, and I wanted to be acknowledged. And the cat will actually stop peeing on the couch. Funny enough. So how do you do that? You do that in a way that you can have you can communicate with the animal, and you go into a deep meditation and you tell them what you're feeling and thinking and experiencing. Like, in other words, I'm sorry that you're feeling that way. I know that you're jealous. I love you. You're secure in this family and in this household. You are secure. We love you. Things like that. You can actually say it out loud to them too. And then actions too is so important, that you're giving them, a lot of them are actually, for instance, at one circumstance, I had a dog recently that this dog told me, I really want to just have my person give me some more quality time, just us together. Take me on a walk alone. Or, in other words, take me on a car ride just alone once a week, twice a week, so that we have that time that we used to have. That it's not just me, you, significant other all the time. Or me, you, new baby all the time. Or me, you. So in other words, that's what some of them need. They're all different. And that's what I've learned in communicating with them. As people are different, so are animals of what they need.
Wow. So if you're even suspecting it, take the animal out of the situation and just, I really comes down to more quality time with them at that point?
More quality time, acknowledging that you are aware that they are jealous, acknowledging that they still have, because a lot of them do feel insecure about their place in your family.
It's so sad when you think about it, because they can't voice their opinion. You know, it's like, and this really, Ani, this probably goes back to a lot of issues you might have with your pet about, let's say they have an accident in your house a little too often, or they start growling, or they might get into a fight with another pet. This is all could be jealousy, and you might not have even recognized it.
Yes, it can.
Wow. Now I'm going back to I'm sure everybody listening, going back to those moments in your home that you wondered what the heck's going on with him or her. It probably could have been jealousy.
Yes, it could have. Definitely. It could have, but it isn't always. And that's what I wanted to get to, Steve.
Yeah. Well, how are you going to know? I mean, you're going to know because you can communicate, but the rest of us, not so much.
Right. And, that's why I have people that book sessions, because they're not sure. Yeah. Right. And they want to know.
So what about another factor? If it's not jealousy, what could be going on?
It could be a medical reason.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they're not feeling well.
Oof. And it could come off as just they're frustrated or something's going on.
Imagine if you're in pain and in other words, you're expressing it. Hello, I'm in pain because I'm frustrated, or hello, I'm in pain. I'm having a UTI and that's why I'm peeing on the carpet, or I have some type. In other words, it could be a lot of different things if it's medical, but it also could be if it's a situation that's totally new, that's changed. In other words, a new life change in your life, new baby, new person in your life. Then yes, it's probably weighing more towards the jealousy. Absolutely.
You're making me think here, Ani, like you always do. What if you are giving your dog a reward? Let's say you throw your dog a treat, but it turns out to be, and let's say your dog is doing something and you feel bad. So it's like, you know what? Here, have a treat. But then you're doing it when it's jealousy and you might not know it's jealousy. So you're rewarding the bad behavior or the negative attention, thinking that you're doing the right thing.
Give me more of a scenario, because I'm not getting I'm not getting it yet.
Okay. So let's say your dog has a certain behavior and it's jealousy connected, but you don't know it is. So let's say he starts growling or barking.
Okay.
Maybe he's doing it for, let's say, I have another pet in the house or a new situation that he's unhappy with. Could be somebody staying at your house for a long term and you're not realizing it's that, but you feel bad because your dog appears to be agitated, not happy. So you break out a treat. Oh, let me make him feel better. I'll throw him a treat. But you're rewarding your dog for the jealousy, but you don't know what it is. You don't know what the real reason is. So you're throwing the treat over there. So it's almost like you're rewarding for that behavior.
Yes.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It makes total sense. So yes, you are rewarding the behavior of jealousy. That's correct. Yes.
Okay. So really what I'm hearing here, the common denominator is you need to properly identify what's going on there. That it's jealousy, if it really is, or what the situation is.
Correct. So go back to, when did it start? How long has it happened? When does it occur? Does it occur just when your new significant other comes over, or your husband that you've been married to for a while, or years, maybe, let's say, husband or wife or whoever, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. But it only occurs then. Yeah, it's jealousy. But if it's something like peeing on the carpet every time that when you're not there, they're peeing on the carpet. Okay, that could be because it's too many hours. That could be because they have a bladder infection or kidney infection. You don't see what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, it could be many factors. And though with jealousy, usually jealousy is towards somebody, towards a being, towards the new dog. No, I'm not going to say new dog. The other animal in the home, the child, right, that you brought into the picture, or your significant other, or it could be your friend that's coming over constantly, that it's like, well, I feel like this platonic friend of yours is taking so much time away from me. The dog, away from me, the cat.
So we have a great question we're going to jump to in a moment after we take a break. But if anybody's suspecting that their pet is jealous, Ani, animalintuitive.com. ANI, animalintuitive.com. Go to the website. There's so much to learn. There's a contact there. I really think, as we're talking about this, Ani, there's no way to really tell unless you really get inside the mind of your pet. And that's what you're so proficient at what you do. If somebody's got a question, Ani is here. InstantFeedbackSteve@gmail.com. We're coming right back.
Hey, welcome to Everything Outdoors. Can I help you find anything?
Hey, yeah. Can you point us to the camping gear?
Sure, aisle 2.
Snowboarding? Just bought a new Nissan Pathfinder. It's got intelligent 4x4, and we want to hit the backcountry.
Aisle 18.
And the boats?
Are you sure you can do all this?
Up to 6,000 pounds towing, we're good to go. Oh, where's the scuba gear?
Return to rugged in the all-new 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. Available intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Towing capability varies by configuration. See Nissan Owner's Manual for proper use.
This is a car. No matter how much you kiss your lucky frog, wish on a star, do that thing you gotta do to get it to start, your car will eventually break down. And those repairs could cost you thousands, but not if you have Car Shield, like I do.
CarShield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles.
I trust CarShield administrators to pay your claims just like they paid mine.
I know cars break down. I don't want to pay for expensive repairs. That's why I have CarShield.
Let's keep it real. No one wants to get stuck with unexpected car repairs. Have you looked at how expensive those can be? From the stress of the breakdown, getting towed, and then you're hit with the bill? It's basically a nightmare scenario, and nobody wants that.
With coverage through CarShield's administrators, you'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge. Plus, with CarShield's nationwide coverage network, you can choose the mechanic or dealership of your choice no matter where you are.
I've been a CarShield customer for close to 7 years, had 3 vehicles covered, and they saved me close to $9,000.
The best thing about CarShield is just about everyone can afford coverage with no long-term commitment. So there's no more excuses why you haven't picked up the phone and called. At the end of the day, when it comes to your car breaking down, CarShield has got your back like nobody else I know.
If you're driving without a warranty, you have to call CarShield.
Yeah, you do. I drive with CarShield because they're the real deal. Do yourself a favor and give them a call today. Tell them I sent you. And remember, CarShield cars go farther.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call CarShield for a free and instant protection plan quote. Once your car breaks down, it's too late. Call 800-908-6126. 800-908-6126. 800-908-6126.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. All right, we're back, and we're talking about pet jealousy. Apparently, they really do get jealous. She knows it. She has the ability to communicate with animals. Ani, A-N-I, Animal Intuitive, is here if you want to reach in. And if you have a question, instantfeedbacksteve@gmail.com. Brianna is checking in from New Haven, Connecticut. She says, I can't believe you're talking about pets being jealous. I had a baby 3 months ago, and I'm convinced my poodle is jealous. What should I do?
Okay, so first of all, very important that if Brianna, I know she's a new mom, and I know it's challenging to find time away from the baby, right? But it is paramount, first of all, that Brianna can even say it out loud or in a meditative state that she is focusing on her poodle and saying, I understand, you mean so much to me. You are valuable in this family. We love you. You were my first baby, and you'll always be my baby. And then spend some quality alone time with the poodle when she can, as much as she can. And also make the poodle feel that she's, in a way, helping her to take care of the baby.
I love what you're saying about meditating or just sending the positive energy out to your pet, because as we learn, everything is energy. Everybody, every being, whether it's an animal or not. And the rest of us maybe don't pick up on that energy like we should, because we have so much going on that it's hard to focus on that, but your pet doesn't. So if you send that signal to your pet just through your mind, yeah, you are appreciated. You know, we love you both, the baby and you, the dog. It will go so far. I swear, I'll look at my kitten, you know, he'll jump up on my chest. He's very mushy, and I'll just stare at him, and he's staring at me. And I swear he's picking up on my vibe. Like, I swear he's picking up on my energy.
Of course he is, Steve. Of course. I mean, and that's the most important thing that I feel that everybody needs to know, that we all have the ability in our own way to communicate with our animals, to let them know how much they're loved and valued, and share those emotions and feelings with them. They pick up on it, and that's important, you know? So yes, very, very, very important that we do that.
So let's see. We're talking about jealousy and your pets. I'm wondering where we go from here. What's next in terms of your pets? Like, I have a dog and a cat, and obviously a new kitten. And I wonder if my dog is jealous of that cat. I mean, they look like they get along, but how would you ever know? You just got to look for the signs.
Yes, you do. You have to see, in other words, when it happens, how often it happens. Does it happen only what their behavior? Does it happen only when the other pet is in the room? Does it happen if the other pet puts their paw on their face or tries to, push them a little bit? Because I have seen, my two dogs are doing that. My new one, Valentino, since we adopted him from a rehoming situation, sometimes he does do that to my older dog. But she's so easygoing. She's so easygoing that she kind of just goes along with it, But sometimes she does get frustrated at him. Very rarely, though. She will growl at him. But it's like she's only done it maybe once or twice.
I really think, Ani, and we take it for granted that people understand the process of what you do. We have a minute here. Why don't we tell people how you get to the bottom of this, in terms of they reach out to you, send a picture, send the name of the pet, and you're able to read them that way.
Exactly. So I then connect with your animal's energy. If, let's say, the animal has been crossed over for a long time, I've had people, I want to talk to, Boo Boo that was passed away when I was a child 50 years ago. Give me the physical description. I'll do it. I mean, I can do it still. So I could do it with a physical description also. And then I start to connect with the energy of that being. And once I do, I start receiving messages from them. Either whether it be I'm hearing them like actually hearing them talking kind of in my head. I know that sounds like woo-woo, but yes, I do. I can hear them talking in my head. Sometimes they have a different voice, and that tells me about their personality. Their voice can sound different. Or some of them just communicate with me with like pictures that I see in my mind, or like a movie I see in my mind. And then I can also feel physical sensations that they are experiencing currently or that they have experienced. And that's how I receive the messages from them. And then I can share messages with them back, things that you would like them to know.
I love it. And I've seen it. I've witnessed it. She does this stuff. Trust me. It's pretty amazing. Ani, A-N-I, animalintuitive.com is the website. If you're even suspecting that your pet is jealous, reach out, start the conversation, go to the website, do the contact form. At the very least, go to the website and learn. There's so many different resources. And of course, you're all over social media. You make videos all the time, right?
Yes, I do. I'm all over social media. I have posts numerous times a day. I do 3 to 4 videos and tips, share tips and information and all kinds of stuff. There's actually now a contest that I'm running. You can get a free 20-minute reading if you go onto I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. So please, and YouTube. I'm on YouTube too.
You're everywhere. There's so much to learn, and it's amazing that you can actually tap into an animal's mind and see what's going on. Even find out, let's say your animal came from a shelter and you wanted to learn their history because you don't have that. There it is. Ani, A-N-I, animalintuitive.com. Ani, great talking with you again, and love the topic. I mean, it's one of those things that we don't think of, but you thought of it.
Oh, thank you. Actually, all of the people that I speak with, that I have had so many people call me about jealousy. And I do want to remind everybody that tomorrow is the full lunar eclipse. So please, let's be sensitive with ourselves and sensitive with our animals, because we might be feeling extra sensitive and extra irritable. So,
does that go for animals and adults or humans?
Animals and people, yes.
All right. Thanks for the warning.
Yes, so November the 8th of 2022. That's what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, Ani.